What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, November 3rd, 2017, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for the Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Mark Hamill returns as Luke Skywalker in the latest teaser trailer for the next entry in the Star Wars saga The Last Jedi. The clip released Wednesday begins with Luke exploring the inside of the Millennium Falcon during an emotional moment. Other characters that appear throughout the teaser include Rey, played by Daisy Ridley, Kylo Ren, played by Adam Driver, Finn, played by John Boyega, Paul Dameron, played by Oscar Isaac, General Leia, played by Carrie Fisher, and a quick look at the villainous Supreme Leader Snoke, played by Andy Serkis, who is briefly seen in what appears to be a throne room. Snoke says during a voiceover, "Darkness rises and light to meet it." Later, Luke is heard proclaiming, "This is not going to go the way you think," as Rey raises her lightsaber in the ring. Star Wars The Last Jedi is set to arrive in theaters on December 15th. Tonya delves into Tonya Harding's backstory in the first full-length trailer. The preview introduces the disgraced figure skater's tense relationship with her mother, Levana, played by Allison Janney, and her romance with Jeff Gillooly, played by Sebastian Stan. Levana is shown criticizing and pushing Harding to excel in ice skating from a young age. Gillooly, meanwhile, is presented as Harding's first date ever. The real-life Harding alleged in her 2008 memoirs, The Tonya Tapes, that her mother was emotionally and physically abusive. Levana denied beating Harding in 1994, but confessed she challenged her daughter to excel. She told People, "A child sometimes wants to be corrected. When I felt this, I gave her criticism, but sometimes she had to have praise too. So I'd say you'll have a better day tomorrow." Tonya opens in theaters December 8th. The movie follows the events that led to Harding being banned for life from the U.S. Figure Skating Association in 1994 for her role in a highly publicized attack on fellow skater Nancy Kerrigan. The real-life Harding and Kerrigan were to compete at the 1994 U.S. Figure Skating Championships when Kerrigan was attacked during a practice session. Harding ultimately won the event after Kerrigan withdrew due to her injuries. The attack was traced to Gillooly, Harding's dead ex-husband, and bodyguard Sean Eckert, who was prosecuted at Harding as Harding and Kerrigan competed at the 1994 Olympic Games. Harding later pleaded guilty to hindering prosecution and was banned from competition for life. Julianne Moore will play activist Gloria Steinem in a new biopic. The 56-year-old actress and star will star in an adaptation of Steinem's 2015 memoir, My Life on the Road, according to Variety. Playwright Sarah Rule will adapt the book with Frida Helmer, Julie Taymor as director. Steinem and Amy Richards will executive produce with Taylor, Lynn Hendy, Andrew Duncan, and Alex Sachs as producer. According to Deadline, My Life on the Road will follow Steinem's journey from a reluctant spokesperson for the feminist movement to a galvanizing symbol for equality. The activist came to fame in the 1960s and the 1970s during the second wave feminist era. Moore later starred with Matt Damon in the movie Suburban, which opened in October. In addition to the Steinem biopic, she is slated to appear in an adaptation of the Anne Patchett novel Bel Canto. Counterpart, a new spy thriller starring J.K. Simmons and Olivia Williams, is scheduled to premiere January 21st on Star. Martin Tatum, who helmed The Imitation Game and directed the first episode, created, written, and executive produced by Justin Marks, the 10-part drama is about a mysterious world hidden beneath the surface of our everyday existence, a press note released. The synopsis says Howard Silk is a lowly cog in the bureaucratic machinery of a Berlin-based United Nations spy agency. When Howard discovers that his organization safeguards the secret of a crossing into a parallel dimension, he is thrust into a shadow world of intrigue, danger, and double cross. When the only man he can trust is his near-identical counterpart from this parallel world, the show explores themes of identity, fate, and lost love, posing the eternal question, what if our lives could have been different? The cable network released the first trailer for Counterpart on Thursday. The show already has been renewed for a second season. Bruce Campbell says there is no chance his Star series Ash vs. Evil Dead will feature crossovers with any other famous horror characters. Campbell's demon hunter Ash has crossed paths in comic books with the villains from the Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street franchises. So is there a possibility the characters might battle in and out on screen someday? He told recently at New York Comic Con, no, we had a 5-minute conversation with New Nine Cinema about Ash versus Jason versus Freddy. They approached us, so they go, what do you think about that? And we were like, great, Ash can kill them both. There was a long pause before they said, well, actually, that's not something that we can entertain. Campbell said he and his team ultimately passed on the project because they wouldn't have any control over characters other than Ash in a proposed collaboration. He says you can't kill either one, so right from the start, it's creatively bankrupt. Economically, now you're splitting the pot with 2 other partners. Now we're good. So that's why fans may not realize sometimes why things don't happen. The reasons are just so simple sometimes. We just didn't want to go down that road. Season 3 of Ash vs. Evil Dead is scheduled to debut on Starz on February 25th. Dustin Hoffman is the latest Hollywood figure to face sexual harassment accusations after 2 women came forward with their stories about dealing with the actor. The first woman, Anna Graham Hunter, shared with the Hollywood Reporter on Wednesday her account of working with Hoffman as an intern when she was 17 on the set of the 1985 television adaptation of Death of a Salesman. Hunter, who also shared her article mailed letters she sent to her sisters at the time when she was detailing her interactions with Hoffman on set. He asked me to give him a foot massage my first day on set. I did. He was openly flirtatious. He grabbed my ass. He talked about sex to me and in front of me. Hunter shared, one morning I went to his dressing room to take his breakfast order. He looked at me and grinned, taking his time. Then he said, I'll have a hard-boiled egg and soft-boiled clitoris. She wrote, at 49, I understand what Dustin Hoffman did as it fits into the larger pattern of what women experience in Hollywood and everywhere. He was a predator. I was a child, and this was sexual harassment. As to how it fits into my own pattern, I imagine I'll be figuring that out for years to come. Hoffman was contacted by the Hollywood Reporter and stated, I have the utmost respect for women and feel terrible that anything I might have done could have put her in an uncomfortable situation. I am sorry. It is not reflective of who I am. Also on Wednesday, the second woman television writer Wendy Riz Gacianes came forward with her story in an interview with Variety. Riz Gacianes stated that Hoffman harassed her when she was in her early 20s while they were meeting about an adaptation of her play A Darker Purpose into a film for Hoffman to star in. Hoffman was 53 at the time and was accompanied by Tootsie screenwriter Murray Sigel during the interview. Riz Gacianes said that Hoffman's changed demeanor during their second meeting. I go in and this time it's like Dustin Hoffman's really different. He says, before you start, let me ask you one question, Wendy. Have you ever been intimate with a man over 40? Riz Gacianes shared, I'll never forget, he moves back, he opens his arms and says, it would be a whole new body to explore, noting how Hoffman attempted to persuade her to come to him clothes shopping at a nearby hotel, which she declined. Hoffman then left with Sigel, saying that their pair were no longer interested in the project anymore. In a statement to Variety, Sigel noted, Dustin Hoffman and I took many meetings with writers and playwrights over many years. I have no recollection of this meeting or of any of the behaviors or actions described. Kevin Spacey is seeking treatment following accusations of sexual assault against the actor, his publicist said. Spacey's publicist released a statement as more men accused the actor of misconduct after Star Trek Discovery actor Anthony Rapp said that Spacey harassed him at a party more than 3 decades ago when he was 14. Spacey's publicist said Kevin Spacey is taking the time necessary to seek evaluation and treatment. No other information available at this time. After Rapp reported Spacey's behavior, other men came forward describing encounters that would have taken place while Spacey was an artistic director at the Old Vic Theatre in London. The theatre released a statement stating it was, quote, deeply dismayed by the allegations against Spacey and set up an email account address for employers to report inappropriate behavior involving Spacey or others. 8 current and former employees of Spacey's Netflix series House of Cards also said the actor created a toxic work environment through a pattern of sexual harassment. A former production assistant for the show said Spacey put his hands down his pants hands while he was driving Spacey to the set from an offset location. The production assistant said, "I was in a state of shock. He was a man in a very powerful position on the show, and I was someone very low on the toilet pole and on the food chain there." The production assistant added that Spacey blocked his exit and made inappropriate contact with him while he helped the actor take his belongings from the trailer to his car. While the production assistant told Spacey he felt uncomfortable, the actor fled the trailer, visibly flustered, and left the set for the remainder of the day. Other staff members alleged Spacey touched them in ways they were not appropriate in normal everyday conversations, but they felt uncomfortable telling him to stop. Production on House of Cards Season 6 was shut down following Rapp's allegations against Spacey, as Netflix and the production company Media Rights Capital said they are reviewing the situation and to address any concerns of our cast and crew. After multiple women accused Brett Ratner of sexual abuse in a recent report, the high-powered director and producer filed a lawsuit against a woman who accused him of raping her. Melanie Kohler, the former employee of the Endeavor talent agency, wrote in a Facebook post that Ratner was a predator and a rapist on at least one night in Hollywood about 12 years ago. She wrote, according to Variety, "I'm embarrassed, humiliated, and ashamed, and wish I could go back to forgetting it ever happened. But if we all do that, then it keeps happening. We have to come forward. I can't be an advocate for women speaking out if I don't speak out too. Brett Ratner raped me. I'm saying his name. I'm saying it public. Now at least I can look at myself in the mirror and not feel like part of me is a coward or a hypocrite. I'm standing up and saying this happened to me and it was not okay. Come what may, it is the right thing to do." Ratner, who has denied the other allegations against him by women interviewed by the Los Angeles Times, responded by filing a defamation lawsuit against Kohler, who now lives in Hawaii. His attorney, Martin Singer, said in a statement, according to CNN, Brett Ratner vehemently denies the outrageous derogatory allegations that have been reported about him, and we are confident that his name will be cleared once the current media frenzy dies down and people can objectively evaluate the nature of these claims. To represent her, Kohler hired Roberta Kaplan, the highly profile attorney who is best known for arguing and winning the 2013 Supreme Court case that effectively dismantled the 1996 Defense of Marriage Act and paved the way for the legalization of same-sex marriage. In a statement to USA Today, Kaplan said that their client will challenge the lawsuit. Kaplan said, "We always knew that they would pick on one woman to victimize further into an effort to bully other women into silence. Mr. Ratner and his lawyer can try to erase the truth through threats and intimidation, but courts decide case based on the facts and the law. So our message to Mr. Ratner and his lawyer is short and simple. See you in court." Farrah Abraham is taking several Teen Mom producers to task for fake firing her from the MTV series. The 26-year-old reality star called out Viacom, MTV's parent company, and several producers, including 11th Street production founders Morgan J. Freeman, in a Facebook post Wednesday after she was reportedly led to believe she was let go from Teen Mom OG. Abraham wrote, "Viacom Legal confirms I have not been fired. I have not breached my contract. Why has filming stopped? Morgan J. Freeman of 11th Street Productions is unprofessional, fake, women hater, press hungry, sex shaming, hate crimes, poor business practices, unsafe working environment." She also added, accomplice Dia Sokol, Anxious 11 Productions, Viacom associate pill-popping Larry Musnick, and executive promoted alcohol binger producer Kristen Malone, taking advantage and acting as a friend to spread jealousy, hate crimes to the other teen moms, and influence a toxic, unsafe working environment. The star claimed, "My daughter, my family, myself have all suffered from the contrived, malicious hate crime against me. God is great, as I have rose above and am successful beyond all of these setbacks. I look forward to sharing more in my first #business book." Abraham said in a post Monday that Viacom fired her for being an adult entertainer. She called out the company for women-hating, sex-shaming, and hate crimes. The star claimed, "Viacom let me go because as a business mogul, I act like an adult and partake in adult promotions and activities." Us Weekly reported Abraham was let go after she appeared in a Hollywood-themed pornographic webcam show. Teen Mom OG, which co-stars Amber Portwood, Caitlin Lowell, and Macy Bookout, will return for a 7th season on November 27th. Sarah Hyland said recent reports speculating that she had plastic surgery are degrading and insulting. The 26-year-old actress spoke out in a series of tweets on Wednesday after Life and Style suggests she gone under the knife. Hyland wrote, including a link to the article, "This makes me so mad. To have doctors give their opinion on my face is absolutely ridiculous and degrading. Fuck off." The Modern Family star said in a later post that a life-saving medication is responsible for her facial changes. She alluded to the ongoing health issues but didn't elaborate on her condition. The actress wrote, "I've had the worst medical year of my life, and to create an entire article surrounding the question of if I've had plastic surgery is the most insulting thing. Adding to insult to injury, you have no idea what I have been through, and I have somewhat addressed these rumors already." And she added, "People like you are the reason why young girls feel the need to alter their face. My face has been altered by life-saving medication. Take your journalism and use it for some good for once." Hyland followed up by posting photos of a video of herself wearing a skincare mask writing, "Hey, at Life and Style, got some work done tonight. Going for a new look. Gonna write about this now." Life and Style responded by editing the original article. Hyland, who underwent a kidney transplant in 2012, previously said in May that health issues have caused her physical changes. The actress plays Haley Dunphy on Modern Family, which airs Wednesdays on ABC. The View host Meghan McCain is engaged to conservative writer and publisher Ben Domenech. The 33-year-old television personality is well into wedding planning after saying yes to the Federalist co-founder Domenech, according to Us Weekly. Domenech confirmed the news Wednesday on Twitter by retweeting an article about the engagement and sending his love to McCain. "Love you, babe," at Meghan McCain, he wrote. Page Six reported McCain and Domenech have been dating for a while, but kept their romance largely private. McCain, the daughter of Senator John McCain, opened up about Domenech without naming the writer on The View this month. The television personality said this one works in politics and has for a long time, so he wasn't as intimidated. "He actually met my dad at my brother's wedding for the first time and ended up talking about healthcare or something very wonky." She added of her beau, "He's so conservative, he's funny in his own way." Ben Schwartz and Kate Graham have joined the cast of Nickelodeon's upcoming Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated reboot. The series titled Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will feature Schwartz as Leonard, with Graham as the Turtles' partner, reporter April O'Neil, who will be African-American for the first time, Entertainment Weekly reported. Schwartz and Graham will be joined by Josh Brenner as Donatello, Brandon Michael as Smith as Michelangelo, Omar Miller as Raphael, and Eric Bauza as Master Splinter. Bauza previously voiced Splinter in Nickelodeon's previous 2012 3D animated version of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which ran for 5 seasons. The new show will be 2D and featured the crime fighters discovering, quote, a mystical world they never knew existed beneath the streets of New York. Chris Vicardi, the senior vice president of production and animation and development, said this incredible roster of voice actors provides a fresh take on these globally recognized characters, and they are going to bring this version of the Turtles to life in a whole new way. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will debut with 26 episodes in 2018. This Is Us star Milo Ventimiglia has been cast in Jennifer Lopez's upcoming romantic comedy Second Act. Ventimiglia will be featured in the film as Lopez's longtime boyfriend, Variety reported. Second Act from director Peter Siegel will follow Lopez, a retail store employee who is given the chance to prove to Madison Avenue that street smarts are as valuable as a college education, noted Deadline. Ventimiglia and Lopez will be joined by Lena Remini, who will portray Lopez's best friend, and Vanessa Hutchins as an executive at a consumer goods company. Dan Bukatensky, Anna Lee Ashford, and Fred Storma are starring in the movie. Ventimiglia was recently nominated for an Emmy for his role as Jack Pearson on NBC's This Is Us. Writer-actor Seth MacFarlane announced his sci-fi series The Orville has been renewed for a second season. MacFarlane tweeted Thursday, #The Overall has been picked up for season 2, thanks to all the awesomely enthusiastic fans who've made this happen. Fox's space traveling show co-stars Adrian Palicki, Scott Grimes, Penny Johnson, Gerald, Peter Macon, Halston Sage, Jay Lee, Mark Jackson, and Chad L. Coleman. The streaming network Crackle says it has acquired the rights to Federal Offense, a TV movie starring Vacation and Saturday Night Live icon Chevy Chase. Written by newcomer Connor Martin, the comedy is described in a press release as a raunchy screwball comedy that centers on 3 best friends in their 20s who lose a drug kingpin's stash before finding themselves on the lam from gangsters, bounty hunters, and the law after breaking their grandfather out of this nursing home. Chase will play the grandfather. No other casting has been announced yet. Oscar winner Eddie Redmayne has baby number 2 on the way. The Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them star confirmed Wednesday that his wife Hannah is pregnant with their second child. The actor's rep told People Eddie and Hannah Redmayne are delighted to confirm they're expecting their second child. Hannah sparked speculations earlier in the day when she stepped out with Redmayne in London, according to Us Weekly. The publicist showed signs of a slight baby bump while attending an event with the Oscar winner. Redmayne and Hannah already share a 16-month-old daughter, Iris Mary, with whom they welcomed in June 2016. The actor said parenthood is totally worthwhile the lack of sleep while appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres show that November. He told host Ellen DeGeneres, before you're a parent, you hear people talking about not getting a lot of sleep, and suddenly you're the guy who's floating in a constant jet lag sense with an IV of caffeine. The star gushed, it's that amazing thing when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you go in and you're gently furious and you get a little smile and your heart breaks a bit and it's totally worth it. Selena Gomez cheered on ex-boyfriend Justin Bieber at his hockey game Wednesday in Los Angeles. The 25-year-old singer and actress was spotted wearing Bieber's jersey as she left the match at the Los Angeles Valley Ice Center with a 23-year-old recording artist, according to People. Gomez arrived at the game in an all-black outfit and jean jacket, but departed wearing Bieber's New Jersey Devils jersey. She was also seen smiling and hitting her face as Bieber drove them away from the ice rink, according to Us Weekly. The Wolves singer and Bieber got close during a bike ride earlier in the day. The pair were seen laughing and sharing several sweet moments as they biked around Los Angeles. Source told E! News, Selena and Justin took a bike ride from her house. Justin was very sweet and held up Selena's bike for her as she got on. The insider added they were having a blast together. Justin was singing loudly and dancing with his arms in the air while riding down a busy street. Selena was laughing so hard she had to cover her mouth and try not to fall off her bike. The outings followed word that Gomez had split from her boyfriend, the singer of The Weeknd, after 10 months of dating. She and Bieber called it quits in 2014 after several years on again, off again dating. Source told Us Weekly, since things ended with Justin for good, any other guys that Selena dated were placeholders. All the other guys were just flings. Justin always had her heart and attention. He was always her soulmate and her one true love. Prince Jackson, the oldest child of late pop music icon Michael Jackson, underwent treatment for a minor leg injury Thursday after he fell while riding his motorcycle in the rain in Los Angeles. TMZ reported an ambulance transported the 20-year-old college student to an area hospital via ambulance. He went straight to class at Loyola Marymount University after medical staff patched up a gash on his knee. Prince Jackson posted a photo on Instagram of him laying down in the back of the ambulance rig with his feet strapped to a gurney. Michael Jackson died of an accidental drug-administered overdose of anesthesia and sedatives in 2009. The 50-year-old single dad was survived by his 3 children, Prince Jackson, Paris Jackson, and Blanket Jackson. Liam Payne shared on Twitter Thursday footage from his upcoming music video for Bedroom Floor featuring Bella Thorne. The One Direction alum wrote in reference to the song's lyrics about his phone ringing alongside a teaser for the video, Brit, hashtag Bedroom Floor. The clip features Payne and Thorne embracing each other lovingly as the pop star sings on the camera. Wednesday, Payne released a behind-the-scenes look at the video and discussed the inspiration behind it. Payne says, for the concept for the video, that I am speaking on Bella's behalf, so I am her thoughts and what she's thinking about this guy that she's got a relationship with, which is a little bit broken. But it's very nice. I like the fact that it is empowering on the women's side because it's not often that you see it from this angle. Bedroom Floor, released towards the end of October, reached number 98 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts with a lyric video for the song earning over 6 million views on YouTube. Weezer and the Pixies have announced a joint summer 2018 tour that will take place throughout North America. The two bands will begin the tour starting June 23rd at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater in Tampa, before wrapping up August 12th at the Chin Pavilion in Phoenix. Other notable performances are set to take place in cities such as Dallas, Houston, Cincinnati, Toronto, Atlanta, and Nashville, among others. Weezer and the Pixies will be joined by the Wombats for the first, third, or tour dates, with additional opening acts set to announce at a later date. Tickets go on sale November 10th, while fans can sign up for Weezer's mailing list to receive access to pre-sale tickets on Monday. Pixies shared a promotional image for the tour on Twitter that features a tropical-themed bar. And finally, Taylor Swift teased a new song Thursday across her social media channels titled Call It What You Want. The pop star announced the song by sharing images of a light brown paper with phrase written out in a typewriter font, alongside confirmation that the track will be released at midnight Eastern Time. The print reads the message, holding my breath slowly, I said, you don't need to save me. It continues by saying, but would you run away with me? Notably, the song's title is written out in the middle of the image in red marker. Call It What You Want will presumably appear on Swift's forthcoming sixth studio album, Reputation, which is set for release on November 10th. It follows the releases of songs such as Look What You Made Me Do and Ready For It, which both received music videos, and Gorgeous, which was released towards the end of October. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, November 3rd, 2017. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.